machine. I done seen the best stuff from jammed up. 25 to life in the gas tank. Never met a man that they can't talk.
Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 79 yards. And the Bengals are going to take a first quarter lead. Extra point good by Prater, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Now let's go. 3-19.
On second down, here's Osweiler. Throw left side complete. It's Hunt. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll toss it to Hunt. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
No. Check. Patriot. Here we go now. 3-19.
They go play action with Osweiler. Being chased out left. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain of 32 that time.
I'm about to do a disservice to the catch we just saw. One-handed, coming down with it, just like that. Yeah, I know. Odell Beckham Jr. We're used to this, aren't we?
We are.
And that's just wrong on every level. That was spectacular.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Osweiler. He's going to take a shot for the into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, that the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
The first carry for the second-year man, Joe Mixon. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that one was over before it could get rolling. How about the D just knifing into the backfield and shutting that one down?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Finley. Buying time to his left. And this is incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Finley. And that's complete. It's Watson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So with a big gainer anyways, they'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down to the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
To the left side here for Eifert. And he'll go down at the 28. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Leopard!
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he stopped immediately there. The stop was made by Jannard Avery.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs. In the top 5 in the NFL, it's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you it started in the offseason.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Myles Garrett in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Off the play fake. Finley. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
Green 39! Green 39!
From the gun. Finley. And oh, look at that. A diving catch. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, that's just simply not right. To make that kind of a catch, that spectacular, and not get a first down out of it.
I guess he could put it on his personal highlight reel, however.
Yeah, he'll get the catch, he'll get the yardage, but he doesn't get what he really wants.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. Well, they started that drive all the way back at the 1, able to march down, get 3.
It was daunting to begin with, wasn't it? But I thought overall, a very poised and efficient drive to get 3 points.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8 from the 22. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, Osweiler. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. They'll throw on 1st down with Osweiler. Over the middle to Beckham. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Now the try here for the extra point. The point after is good, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, spinning away. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that'll help him at contract. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Joe Schobert leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Watch it now, Barney.
Off play action. Finley. He hits his target. Left side, Watson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 36 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on second down. Finley. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now the Bengals on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney.
Off the play fake. Finley under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Got an open man. It's Radley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. On 1st and 10, it's Osweiler. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. Osweiler. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. It's the fullback in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6.
Well, someone has a sense of the dramatic here, don't they? Scoring this late in the half to take the lead going into the locker room.
Now they just don't want to misfortune on the next kickoff because there's still a little bit of time left on that clock.
Yeah, you do have to bring that up, don't you? In the NFL, every play is critical. And if you give up something cheap there, all that advantage they just gained goes right out the window.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A final shot before break. Finley He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
A toss play to Hunt, and they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Osweiler on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, Osweiler. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Carl Lawson in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Here's Britton Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Again, it's Mixon. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And they're going to face a third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And the Bengals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun. Finley finds his man. Watson over the middle. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Going deep down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals are in for 6. Prater for the extra point. And it's now 17-14. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now it's Osweiler. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On first down, Osweiler. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that goes for a gain of 31.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Play action. It's Osweiler. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. There he goes, right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TD. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Back to the air, Osweiler after the pick 6. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
But I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Got him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Detroit! Detroit!
Again on 2nd and 10 now. It's Osweiler. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. Osweiler now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Throwing now, Osweiler on first down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together?
Lucky 56.
Now Osweiler on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10.
Lucky 56.
From the red zone now, here's Osweiler on first down. That is caught at the 7. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are back within a score. And he knocks it through. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, a little 360. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Gone, 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 gone.
Once again, they run with Mixon. Room here to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone. Detroit, Detroit. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. Finley, complete to the right side. It's Eifert. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Here's a give to Mixon. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. And the Bengals on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Looking to throw. Finley. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he's going to score! Oh, my goodness, he returns it all the way.
Brought it all the way back.
This game is tied. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
Returning it, John Ross. Big seam, and he might go all the way. And he's going to take it all the way into the end zone. What a return, and they've taken the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. A handoff to Mixon. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and a mile. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Watson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
From the gun, Finley. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Terrence Mitchell. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loose.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for two and go for the win. The receivers have been running them ragged.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. That's complete right around the 8. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. So we're back to a one-point game now as the kickoff comes. Now Ross to return. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Cincinnati, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Denver Broncos next week. Meanwhile, for the Browns, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll look to regroup next week as